Now it's the moment of truth. Is my Kindle going to fit in here? Here is another beginner tutorial with Stitching with Sarah. We are going to make a little makeup bag out of this cute little bow fabric. So you need your outer fabric, your inner lining. I am going to use some batting in this and your zipper. So grab all your supplies and come make a bag with me. Okay, so I got my fabric. I am actually going to trim this off. So I am going to get my ruler and we're gonna line this up. I just know this fabric has been so popular. Everybody loves it. Okay, so we got that trimmed. Now I'm going to just make sure these are the same. And of course, they're not. Again, the hardest part for me has been my measurements. Which I don't know if people think that that's silly, but for me, I've been struggling with that for sure. And you don't think that it matters, but it definitely matters, especially whenever it comes to like boxing your corners and stuff. It gets pretty serious. I'm actually gonna trim this down a little. I hate to waste the fabric, but I'm gonna make a bookmark, or I'll make an AirPod case. I'll make something out of this fabric. That I don't want a huge bag. So I'm gonna cut off about 2 inches, and that is going to leave me with, so this is 12 inches. I'm gonna cut off 2 inches. So that's gonna leave me with a 10-inch bag. That's a good size makeup bag. So here's this. I can make chapstick holder. I can make something out of my scrap. I'm gonna put my scrap in a little container I have over here. So I'm gonna square up these corners. On the edge, that's it. Okay, so I got my fabric squared. Now I'm going to take my lining fabric and I am going to use this as my template. Literally put it on, set it on top of my lining. Mind you, I'm a beginner. I've been sewing for 3 weeks. So take everything I say with a grain of salt because we are learning. There might be right ways to do this. I might be doing it completely wrong, but this is how I do it. Get my ruler. See, cutting without your ruler will kill you. Before you know it, you'll be off the page. I'm gonna trim this little piece. Okay, I got my inner and outer fabric done. We are going to measure our batting. So I have these scrap pieces that are already, or this scrap piece that is already kind of not squared. I mean, this is my squaring. So I'm gonna use this to measure. And then I like to take my scissors, and I have some fraying. I need to buy some pinking shears, but I just haven't yet. And I just trim off the fraying ends barely. And then as you sew, of course, you can trim your seam allowance and just get everything nice and neat before. I'm gonna turn my iron on. Just buy a bigger iron. Just buy a bigger iron. Don't buy this tiny little iron. This is good for small projects. That's about it. It runs out of steam super quick. Don't iron on your cutting mat. It'll cause whelps in your cutting mat. So I bought this. I love it, right? It's great. But they have like a wool mat that you actually place on your cutting mat. Have that somewhere and then just pull it instead of having to get this big pop out every time. It's still just kind of bigger than my space can handle. But we just make it work with what we got for now. Okay, so now I'm taking my fabric I'm actually gonna take my lining piece. See how not straight that is? That's what I'm talking about. This corner. See how it's up? It's okay. We just trim it if we need to. Then I'm gonna take my lining piece and I'm gonna put it on my fabric. I do kind of like to not waste as much as I can. Okay, I'm going to keep this. This is definitely big enough to reuse. I'm going to keep it. This I'm going to throw away. Put it in my scrap box over there. Okay, so now I have my batting, my lining, and my outer fabric, and I have my zipper, which is actually almost the perfect length for my pouch. So awesome. Okay, I'm gonna give my fabric a quick press because there's a little wrinkle there. And also, don't put this on your lap. Do as I say, not as I do, because I'm about to put it on my lap. But you have to be careful because the steam will come through those little holes and it'll burn your legs. You just gotta keep it moving. Iron. Okay. Pressed. I am going to try to keep 1/8 of a seam allowance. I'm going to backstitch at both the beginning and the end. I'm just being very gentle, just trying to keep it in line and as neat as possible and straight as possible. Okay, I'm not going to trim it. I'm going to lift my presser foot, spin it. Actually, I'm gonna spin it back around because I need to go a little further out. Drop it. Okay, lift, go. Drop it. Same thing. You don't have to backstitch here because you haven't trimmed your threads yet. Backstitching just locks in your stitch. Lift your presser foot, spin around again. Okay, I'm slowing down because I am nearing the end. I'm just watching. I'm gonna backstitch, pull, cut, lift, pull back. If you pull your fabric back, then that helps your thread stay in your machine. So I'm gonna repeat this for the other piece. I got both fabric pieces done. I am just trimming my seam allowance some. Okay, so I'm having a little moment. I think I'm gonna make a Kindle sleeve instead of a makeup bag, which you could use it for makeup, but the only difference is I'm gonna put the zipper here instead of here. So we're going to do pretty side up, zipper up. And you also, since my zipper doesn't fit, we're going to leave some of the zipper hanging over like this, and then you just sew right across it. That's gonna help keep your zipper there. Okay, so it goes pretty side up. Make sure your bows are facing the right way. Zipper on, completely onto your project. Okay, lining. Ugly side up. Or not pretty side up, I guess not ugly side, but you know what I mean. You get it. So we're gonna sandwich these together, being very sure that your fabric is not overlapping that zipper. So we're taking this, I am going to clip these in place Some people do this so easy, but then they stress like how important it is to make sure that it's right. So I feel like I might take a little longer than I should, but honestly, again, who freaking knows? Not me, clearly. Clearly not me. And then I put one clip and then I adjust. I put one clip and then I adjust. So it's a whole process. Put a clip, adjust. Check it, adjust. Okay, so I got it all clipped. Now I am going to start sewing from here to here. Let's go to my sewing machine. Now you're gonna sew as close to your zipper as you can. So I'm gonna just fill. And remember, you want to back stitch at the beginning and at the end of this also. So I line it up. Do a couple stitches, back, go. So I can feel my zippers right there. I'm just keeping my finger, pulling my clips. Ugh, my clip got stuck. Let me adjust, y'all. I literally have my foot. I need to see if I have a, that's my thing. I haven't looked at everything I got with the sewing machine. But I need to see if I have a zipper foot. Because if you have a zipper foot, then that foot like goes right over. And then it's just, they say it makes it a lot easier. Who knows? I guess I just like to be difficult. Okay, I'm going to trim it, pull it, and hope for the best. Okay, we got it done. Okay, let's go back over here to my cutting table. Okay, so we got it sewn. The moment of truth. It's wrong. So guess what that means? So my lining's on right. My zipper is upside down, backwards. Okay, so this is when you cry. And you get this little guy. You start taking out that seam that you just did, that you worked so hard to keep perfectly straight. And also, I don't know how to properly use this tool, but it kind of works like a knife to me. So you just cut some. I probably need a better quality one of these things too. This is from the Dollar Tree. They say that you can separate and just stick in and cut, but I just haven't been able to do that yet. And I don't know if it's because of the quality of the seam ripper is not that sharp, or if I'm just not doing it right. I'm not really too sure. Okay, so I got it started. Then you should be able to just pull and cut, I guess. If you are not new to sewing and you're watching this video, I am open to all tips and tricks on how to use a seam ripper properly. I saw a video where a lady just goes and she just like sticks this in. Oh, mind blown. Oh. I figured out how to use it. Perfect. Clean all this off. Just wiping this off. Wiping this off. Okay, so now, pretty side up. Zipper down. Zipper down. That was my mistake. Zipper down. Fabric down. Or lining down, not fabric down. Lining down. Now, everything I just told you to do again. Line it up. Again, sew across. Okay, here's another moment of truth. This is really whenever you get irritated, you know? It's fine. We're just gonna go with it. We're not perfect, right? Okay, here we go. For me, I guess that's right. I guess that's right. It's right. It's right. Okay, I was thinking this should have been here, but no, it's right. Okay, so we got it sewn on. Now I'm going to take this, open it up, and you have this little thing here. I'm gonna press all of this down so it lays flat. I'm gonna press this down, press it down, press this down. Okay, pressing it flat. Okay, now we are going to repeat the exact same thing for the other side. And always before I sew, I feel like it helps me to flip it around and make sure that I have everything lined up the way that it should. So, zipper upside down, top piece first, then your lining. Okay, whenever I say I flip it around and make sure, so I literally pinch it just roughly, I don't keep it perfect. Grab, flip all the way around. See that? It's wrong. Okay, we're gonna do it again. Zipper up. We're gonna put this, sew this, ugly side down, sew across here. We are going to flip this around. So here's how it should look. So, zipper up. Should I trim that already? I'm gonna trim the zipper off because it's in my way. Zipper's off. Careful whenever you open your bag. Probably should have waited, honestly, but it's fine. Sew across here, because then you're gonna flip it. Okay. So we're doing it pretty side down, lining down. So we chose 45. So there's 45 to try to hide our imperfections, because if you mess up, just make it look cute. Moment of truth. Press your foot up, pull it out from behind. And there is our decorative heart stitch. We sewed down our zipper, got the zipper on. Now I'm going to carefully open my zipper because we don't have a zipper stopper yet. So open my zipper almost all the way. You're gonna grab this. You want your teeth of your zipper to be pointed down towards the lining. You're going to match up your lining. Clip it. Leaving a hole to flip your bag right side out. My lining's pretty easy to match up. It's gonna be my outer that I struggle with to match up. So whenever you sew this, you're gonna sew right over your zipper, right over it. So we are matching up as best as we can. This is when I say your measurements are a huge part of your project, if not the most important part of your project, because right now mine's not completely matched up. But we're just kind of adjusting it the way that we need to. And then if you leave some seam allowance, it will help trim if you want to trim. So you're gonna completely sew around your outer fabric. That's something else I learned. You wanna leave the hole in your lining, not in your outer fabric. I didn't know when I was leaving the hole in my outer fabric to flip. And then I had to try to match that seam up perfectly to close it up, and it was just kind of difficult. So we are going to start on our lining fabric. Getting matched up. So we're gonna start here, here, or start here. We're actually gonna start on our lining. So we are going to sew from here all the way down and around and around and around and back up, and we're gonna stop at this clip and then leave this open. Okay, so let's sew that. Okay, the moment of truth. I'm having technical difficulties over here, sir. We are just pushing it through. It's kind of struggling to get through there. Hopefully we're not sewing on the actual zipper. It's gotta be the moment of truth, y'all. Flip it around. Zip it up. Is it pretty? No, not at all. What did we do wrong? This side's pretty, right? This side's not. So we are going to trim this just a hair. This is how it looks. So I'm gonna press this. I guess that's what it is. And now I'm going to take this and I'm gonna sew across the top of this. I'm just making sure that they're staying lined up. So I'm getting close to my zipper. I'm getting real close to my zipper. And when I get close, I'm just making sure that those teeth are pointing down, and I'm gonna sew right over them. That's gonna help keep it, the zipper from coming off. So I made it through my zipper so we can all breathe. Okay. More stitch or two. Pick, turn. Remember, don't forget to leave that opening. So now I'm on my last little strip. I'm gonna tell myself, don't forget to leave that opening. Don't forget to leave that opening, Sarah. I'm gonna back stitch. I'm gonna cut, pull behind. Okay, now we're all sewn up. Now I'm gonna trim this. I'm gonna trim my corners. Just trim off some of this extra fabric. Trimming some of my threads. Just cleaning it up. Okay, I'm gonna do this side, same thing, just trimming it. Actually, I think for this part, I'm gonna finish it with this just because it gets it a little nice and neater. There we go. Because I was kind of struggling there for the zipper. Okay, so we got that done. Oh, I need to trim these corners. I don't think you have to trim your corners, but the videos that I've watched, they do trim their corners, so I'm not really sure. And then you have to decide if you're gonna box your corners. I am not gonna box these corners because I know I was saying that I was going to, but I'm not going to because this is gonna be a Kindle sleeve. So I'm going to open, carefully stick your hand if it fits. Mine doesn't fit. You're gonna carefully start flipping this through. The most satisfying part of the project. Just pushing it all through. Grab your corners, pull those out. Grab your corners. I hope I didn't lose the width that I need to fit my Kindle. It might be a tight snug. The moment of truth is coming. I am pushing my zipper up and out. Okay. Okay, so we got it all flipped out. We got our corners almost pulled out. See that? Okay, so I'm gonna take my liner back out. I'm gonna push my corners out, get it nice and neat. Okay. And then you are going to finish this off by stitching this closed here. So I like to take it and I actually follow what I have here. So I'm going to fold this just barely in, just a tad, so I can finish this off. I am going to use a overlocking stitch. Just to secure it well. So if you use an overlocking stitch, you want to make sure that the needle is going over your fabric. You don't need an overlocking stitch, but I'm doing it just because I want to. And I sew it all the way across. I don't just sew that one piece. You probably don't need an overlocking stitch, honestly. I've just been playing around with my different stitches. I've been learning about different stitches this week too. And the importance of using them. Yeah, I probably should have just did a top stitch. But it's fine. Because this is gonna create an edge. Dang it. I'm gonna rip it out. So what this is doing is creating an edge, so I don't want that. I'm gonna rip this out. Okay, so I got it all ripped out, okay? So now I'm just pulling all the thread out. Now I have to sew the whole thing again. So don't do what I did. Learn from my mistakes. And then we are going to top stitch, single stitch, just nothing fancy, just stitch it closed. Back stitch at the beginning, back stitch at the end. That's it. That's all we're doing. Don't get crazy like me, and if not, you're gonna be using your seam ripper. Very tedious if you want everything to line up the way that it should and look nice and neat, you know? Which this is a liner, it's going in the bag. It can be forgiving. All right. Here we go. sewing this together. Back stitch. Let it go. Making sure that you're lined up as it's going in. We're lined up. We're back stitching. Okay, we're trimming. All right, we're closed up. I am going to trim this extra off just because it's lining. I don't want it to be bulky in there because of course we want to do extra stuff that wasn't on the to-do list. Doing all of this without a tutorial, just by memory of doing the couple bags I've done. So I'm just cleaning it up. It's not what we wanted, but it's fine. Okay, so open, push this in. Push it in. Push your corners into your corners. Use a pin, or I like to use a ruler. I'll show you what ruler I like to use actually. I have this ruler, it has a square side and it has a rounded side. I take the rounded side so it doesn't poke a hole through. Make sure everything's pushed out. Now it's the moment of truth. Is my Kindle going to fit in here? Doesn't fit. Oh, yes it does. Oh, this scared me for a minute. I didn't think it fit. All right. Here is your Kindle sleeve. This is a Kindle Paperwhite. Okay guys, it fits. The zipper is functional. Comment below all your tips and tricks for me if you have any. If you don't have any, subscribe and like this video, and we will see you on our next one. Bye guys.